everyone, it is Allison Fletcher, the Drunk Astrologer. I'm doing a video today on self-care using astrology. This is a theme that has been popping up a lot in my life recently. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will see that my most recent post, I actually talked a lot about self-care. The astrology right now is telling me that self-care is important. Right now, we are learning about ourselves, and we actually really need to focus inward because the astrology right now will push us down the right path for us as long as we're open to it. It will help us decide what we truly need for our spiritual journey, how we can truly take care of ourselves. And personally, when I looked at this Venus-Saturn opposition, I saw karmic connections and a time that we really need to focus inward and focus on our part of our relationships. We need to truly ask ourselves, what are we doing in our relationships? Are we benefiting ourselves? Are we benefiting the other person? What steps do we need to take to make our relationships better? And all of that is self-care. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the queen of self-care. I could probably do an entire video on the perfect self-care night. I could probably do an entire video on a homemade face mask. I'm not gonna do that though. I am gonna focus on the astrology because that's what I do. So to start off, I really think it's important to focus on your natal chart. Your natal chart is a very important thing for you to learn about yourself. And learning about yourself is one of the most important things in self-care. Your natal chart's going to tell you a lot. It's going to tell you how you interact with others. It's going to tell you where you get your energy from. It's going to tell you kind of what your thought process is. It's going to tell you where you lack. For example, I know someone who has absolutely nothing in their 1st through 6th house. Nothing. It's empty. This is a person that focuses outward a lot. She focuses on what other people need and what other people think, and she focuses on getting her energy and her happiness from other people. And so she's learning to focus inward. It's so important to learn your natal chart. However, the biggest thing I tell people with their natal charts, because I have a lot of people that talk to me and they tell me, I'm afraid of what my natal chart will say. Or what if my natal chart has something really bad aspect in it? What if there's something wrong with my natal chart? Well, here's the thing. You need to use your natal chart to focus on your strengths, to focus and discover your strengths so that you can continue to build on those strengths and you can use those strengths to make the most growth in your life. But you need to be aware and conscious of your weaknesses. You don't need to focus on them. You don't need to necessarily fix them. You need to be conscious of them so that you are focusing more on your strengths and using your strengths and not letting your weaknesses bring you down. So your natal chart is extremely important, and a huge part of self-care is learning about yourself. So do yourself a favor, and if you haven't already, look into your natal chart. Research all the aspects of it. I have actually sat down and I have written out where each planet is, the sign, the house, if it was in retrograde or not, if that planet was at home, if it was exalted, if it was fall, detriment, all of that. And I've done all that research. And then I've looked at every single aspect. I've looked at the strong aspects. I've looked at the weak aspects. I've looked at what I have going on. It's very helpful. It really is. I truly believe it is. The other thing it's important to look at is look at the astrology for this exact moment and look at the transits, because it helps you to be prepared. There are going to be times where the astrology is going to be awesome and it's going to be exciting, and during those times I recommend getting out there and doing things and being excited and talking to people about this excitement. There's also going to be times that the astrology is not positive. It's going to be negative. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be challenges that you have to get through. But if you know about these challenges, you are more prepared to handle these challenges. It's really helpful. It really, really is. I've seen it where I feel like certain things have happened that because I know about the astrology, I'm better prepared, and other people will not be prepared. They'll have meltdowns. I'm not saying that if you're an astrologer or if you've really gotten into this that you won't have meltdowns. I'm saying you'll be better prepared for what's about to happen. And just knowing you're better prepared does wonders for your self-confidence. It does wonders for how you take care of yourself. If you know that this certain aspect coming up, so I'm going to pull the Venus-Saturn opposition. This can actually lead to increased feelings of loneliness and depression. So you can look at this and you can say, okay, I may be feeling loneliness and depression, but it's just because of this aspect. So I can't take it seriously. And that right there, you've just done some amazing work to take care of yourself. You've done what other people take years of therapy to do. Just by acknowledging that it's not, that you aren't actually extremely lonely. There isn't anything wrong with you. Blame it on the astrology. Astrology also really helps you to become more understanding and patient of other people. Everyone's astrology is different. And for people that don't follow astrology, life can get difficult sometimes. Saturn returns. If you know what a Saturn return is, you understand what's going on in your life when the Saturn return hits, it's going to be easier. It's a lot of these people are going through aspects of their astrology. They're hitting their Saturn return or something else is happening that's negatively, I can talk tonight, I swear. It's just not doing well for them. And they're going to freak out more than someone who knows what's happening. I haven't hit my Saturn return yet, but my understanding is when your Saturn return hits, you want out of your life. You just want out of it. And I watched a friend recently. After it happened, I realized what was going on because I was able to look at her chart afterwards, but she hit her Saturn return. And it was honestly a pretty scary time for her because all she knew is that she wanted out. She wasn't happy. Things were wrong. Things were just wrong. And it was harder for her. She has since gotten through it. She's doing great. It was a little scary to watch. It makes me a little scared for when my Saturn return hits. But at least I know what's happening. And again, being prepared is excellent self-care. And then being understanding that other people are going through things, it really is going to make you a much more patient person. I have coworkers that I can almost tell when the astrology is going to hit them bad because they explode. They lose it. By studying astrology, I've been able to be more patient with them when things are more difficult for them. Because I'm able to sit there and I'm telling myself it's not personal. They're not attacking me because they hate me. They just aren't having a good time. Like, it's not going well for them. They're just exploding. So astrology has really done wonders for me, and I will always recommend it as a form of self-care. I got introduced to astrology during a very, very difficult time in my life. 2017 actually started with me falling off a horse and breaking my finger. Things just got worse after that. That was actually probably one of the highlights of the year. It was so hard and so difficult, and I was going through such a tough time. I just wanted it to be over, I guess is a good way to say it. I don't know how to fully describe what I was going through, but it wasn't good. And my mentor, who was just a really good friend of mine at the time, I didn't know how into astrology she was. I didn't know that she was psychic or any of this stuff. She took this hard time and she slowly introduced me to astrology. She started by just telling me, okay, the astrology this week is good, the astrology this week is bad, shit's about to get weird. Seriously. 2017 got weird at some points. But she started with that, and then she opened up, and I still remember the first time she showed me my natal chart. We were actually at a bar. I know, total surprise. But I learned my natal chart, and I slowly wanted to learn more. I slowly got excited and started studying, and I get to bounce ideas off of her, and she critiques me when I'm right or when I'm wrong, and it's a really good system for me. I do recommend that everybody out there try to find someone who is into astrology as well, that they can just sit and talk with, because you really will learn new ideas and be able to open yourself up to new concepts. But yeah, it made all the world of difference. When I started 2017, I really thought that one day I was going to end up in rehab and they were going to ask me when it all started, and I was going to answer 2017. Astrology has changed my life to the point that, yeah, I'm the drunk astrologer, but I'm not going to end up in rehab. I'm not going to end up fully out of control. I'm going to, however, be able to build a new life for myself that I would have never seen happen before. And it's exciting. I'm doing better than I've ever been doing in my life with astrology. And it's fun. It's such a fun opportunity. I really just wanted to make this video just to kind of show you guys that there are like people out there, because some people who are going to watch this video are going to say, well, I know how awesome astrology is, duh. But I really want to make this video for everyone out there so that they can fully understand that there is a lot of good to astrology. There's a lot of wonderful things that people can get out of it. And if you don't want to believe in astrology, that's fine. You don't have to. Please don't ever knock someone down for not believing in astrology. And if you're willing to give it a chance, give it a chance. Open up. Learn your natal chart. Learn what's going on in the universe right now. So I hope that someone feels better after seeing this video. I have felt better after doing this video. Feel free to comment if you have an experience with astrology. I would love to hear that from people. Also subscribe for more videos. I'm going to do a full range of videos on here. I'm going to try to do one a week, maybe more. Fingers crossed. I also am on Facebook as The Drunk Astrologer. I do weekly drink recommendations based off of the astrology of that week. I also do, I'm working on doing signature drinks for each of the tarot cards, which is an exciting project. Right now I am working on the Magician. I'm actually just waiting until I have enough money to go buy some of the alcohol I need. So hopefully that happens soon, and I try to post fun things on there as well. So feel free to give me a follow on there, subscribe on YouTube. Hey, I'm Allison Fletcher. I'm the Drunk Astrologer. Have a wonderful day.